One of the comments on the last video asked about seeing my fermentation setup. Well, this is it. This has been my primary fermenter for a couple of years now. It's an SS Brewtech stainless steel brew bucket. It has all the advantages of a plastic big bucket without any of the disadvantages. The advantage is having a big wide mouth to get into so you can clean thoroughly. One of the disadvantages it doesn't have is it's less likely to scratch. Now you can scratch it with overly aggressive scouring pads and whatnot. Just don't use those. A simple sponge is plenty to clean this, and it's very easy to clean. I also have with this brew bucket the FTSS chilling system. It's a stainless steel loop that fits in the lid and will hang inside your beer just like that. It comes with a temperature controller, a submersible pump, which is inside my cooler, and some hose, and a power supply to plug into the wall. Now what this does is, you have to supply the water source, the chilling source. And what I do is I fill this little cooler halfway with water, quarter of the way, and then I take some plastic containers, like 2 liters, freeze them, fill them with water and freeze them, and keep them in here. You have to swap them in and out every day, maybe a couple of times a day, depending on the temperature. But that keeps the water cold. One of the hoses will come from the pump, take the water into the chiller, circulate it, chilling your beer, and then the water will exchange back inside to be re-chilled by the ice, and then just keep going in a continuous loop. You set your temperature on your temperature controller, and this will only turn the pump on when it needs to. So it's got a temperature probe which fits in a thermal well, so it's always monitoring your temperature. The pump will come on only when it rises above your set point, and it turns off when it reaches your fermentation temperature. Very good for holding steady fermentation temperatures. Now they do make one that heats now. This was the only model available when I bought this, but for heating I just take a firm wrap. Let me see if I can go find that for you. Okay, so for heating I use a firm wrap, and this just wraps around your fermenter. And I use an Inkbird control unit to control the temperature of this. I'll have to remove the chilling probe from the bucket, put the Inkbird probe in, which is really no problem because I've never had an instance where I needed to both chill and heat at the same time. So it works out pretty well. Additionally to the SS Brewtech brew bucket, I do still have carboys, glass carboys. I had 4, now I have 3. These tend to break. Be careful with them, they're very heavy, and when I'm using these I put them in milk crates, plastic milk crates, and carry them that way. I never carry a carboy full by the neck or by one of those handles. I use that for cleaning, to manipulate the carboy over the sink while I'm cleaning. But these are heavy, they tend to break. If you bump them when they're full, that's what happened to my last one. This whole bottom just cleaved right off. 5 gallons of beer all over the basement floor. That's a mess you don't want to have to deal with. And I still find that I use those carboys quite a bit when this is full and I've got another batch going. So they do come in handy, and my wife wants to start making wine, so this will be perfect for that. However, I might not be using carboys quite as much in the future. My latest acquisition, I love this SS Brewtech so much, I bought something new. Not much of an unboxing because it was a display model, so it was already unboxed and put together. But I bought the SS Brewtech 7-gallon Chronicle. Not even sure that fits all in the frame. Good enough. Okay. Tri-clamp connections, ball valves. It's got a blow-off racking or blow-off cane. This does not have, still got the tags on it. This does not have any heating or chilling, although it does have a digital temperature probe. I just couldn't afford to get the whole bundle, so I went with the Chronicle stainless steel fermenter without any of the heating and chilling. I could probably still use the firm wrap to do some heating if I need to, but the heating and chilling will come at a later date. So here are my two stainless steel fermenters now. And that's what I ferment in. But stay tuned for another advancement in fermentation. I'm collecting parts right now to build something that will make fermentation easier without the need for built-in chilling and heating capacity. Keep an eye on that. All right, shifting the camera ever so slightly from the fermentation station, let's go to the Keezer and give our 1880 Whitbread Porter a taste. I may be a little bit over anxious. I just put this on the CO2 about 5 days ago. 7 days is usually where I leave it before I even try anything. But let's give it a shot. I'm going to pour aggressively just in case it's not quite carbonated. We won't pour a full glass. There it is. Not bad. Not bad. I don't expect the head to last long, and I expect it to get better as it sits on the gas. Wow. It has a nice, rich, chocolatey coffee note. Like rich roasted nuts or something. Hazelnuts, walnuts. Smooth. Very smooth. That richness, that chocolatey, roasty flavor, same as the aroma, comes through. But it's very silky smooth. I was fearing some acridness from the black malt and the brown malt in there, but I'm not getting that at all. And the bitterness, there's only a hint of bitterness. It's mostly on the back of the palate. And it's not too much at all. I think it just helps keep that malty sweetness at bay. I mean, it's not too sweet, it's not too bitter. It's in the Goldilocks zone. Carbonation's a little bit low right now. I don't want it high, but yeah, that's a good beer. Now my intention with this beer was just to brew a nice traditional base porter to use as a base to build off of and build up a more modern, robust porter. I may still do that, but I'm going to keep this one too. This is a very drinkable porter. Wow. With every sip, you just want more. Recipe courtesy of Ron Pattinson from his blog Shut Up About Barclay Perkins, or one of his books. I don't remember exactly where I got it from, but Ron Pattinson scours England and Europe for brewing logs. He'll go to municipal archives and put in a request to see these ancient brewery books, and he'll go in. You can't take them out, you can't copy them, but he can go in and photograph them. And he takes thousands of photographs in a session, takes them back home, prints them out, and just analyzes the heck out of all the numbers and figures from these actual brew logs from the breweries in England during these historic times. So that's where this came from. Shut Up About Barclay Perkins. You can Google it and find it. In the meantime, I'm going to finish my beer. Old beer.